Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. I have another Uchu Sentai Kyuranger review for you today. This is the DX Hebitsukai Voyager. And spoiler alert, I'm probably going to say that name wrong at some point during this review. Because I've already said it wrong a bunch of times. In any case, the Hebitsukai Voyager is the kind of second humanoid robot Voyager. The first one being the 10-bin gold that we took a look at previously. Kind of similar results. I'll just say that, but I will elaborate as we go on. Really nice picture there on the top. I like that. With the silver Kyuranger and then the Voyager there. On the side, kind of the same pose. Group shot of all the Voyagers. Nice picture there. Not really much going on the bottom, but on the back shows you the Qtama, the Voyager, him combined to Q-Reno, which of course we'll look at all of that. And, yeah, of course, the Qtama has functionality with the Seiza Blaster, which, of course, we'll look at as well. So, yeah, a lot of things to do with this toy. Very neat. Let's go ahead, get him out of the packaging, and we'll take a closer look. So here is the Hebitsukai Voyager. Yeah, he's mostly silver, as you can see. He's got some giant snake heads here on the back of his arms. Got the same kind of kibble on the back that the 10-bin Voyager before him had. But ultimately, I like the robot mode, I really do. Trying to get a close-up here of the head. Very neatly detailed. I love the giant gold kind of cobra head on the top. I don't really know what's going on with his visor here. Kind of looks a little weird. But I do kind of like how this on the side is also kind of mimicking the sides of the cobra. So that's kind of cool. And then over here you have a little bit of paint here, some red again, not symmetrical with the paint detailing, but I kind of like that. And then he's got a red stripe going down his left leg, and then just kind of a half black stripe here on the right shin. Pretty much same leg articulation as the 10-bin gold Voyager out to the side. You have a really nice tight ratchet in the knee, ratchet in the ankle. You have kind of a not really a ratchet, but just kind of a nice out to the side shoulder there. And then, of course, this can go all the way around. And then he has about 90 degrees in the elbow. But for some reason, unlike the 10-bin Voyager, he does not have the bicep swivel. Kind of weird. Don't know why. Don't know why they would have done it for one and not done it for the other. I can only assume it has something to do with the way he becomes an arm or a leg or something like that. I mean, that's my only guess. But I'm really not sure. And then you can see, of course, the Qtama is here in the torso. I like that a lot. I think that looks really cool. But yeah, that's kind of it for articulation for the robot mode. You can see the kind of fangs of the snake kind of become like little hand weapons here. So that's kind of neat. I like that. Yeah, overall, I really do like the robot mode, just like with the 10-bin Voyager. It's just a little weird when we get into the transformations. I guess real quick, I'll show you what they show on the show. You can rotate this back, and then it kind of clicks in place. And then they fold up the legs, and they kind of make this out to be like a little, I don't want to say spaceship mode, but kind of. See, I wish you could bring these in, and you kind of can. You just have to line it up a little bit. See, the problem is, like, you could do something like that to keep it close, but once they're connected like this, you can't really bend them at the elbow because they're on the weird angle. So you kind of have to disconnect them, bring them down, and then you can connect them. So I think on the show, they kind of do this, like, just to be, and again, just like 10-bin, he has these little nubs here that can kind of fit into the little screw slot on the back of the knee here. So yeah, sorry, I was thinking of this wrong. This is what they do on the show to kind of have him fly around as a cobra head. Basically, this is how he turns into an arm, which I'll show off in a second, but they kind of have him fly around like this sometimes and then transform into the robot mode. So yeah, I mean, it's not bad. I like the cobra head. I think that kind of works. It's just a shame that because of the weird angle and the way it has to connect, and then you can't really like move it all that much once it's connected. So that's kind of a bummer. Plus, there's just a lot of open space. Everywhere is a lot of open space. The suit on the show makes it so compact and it looks so perfect. If it looked like it did on the show, which I understand why it can't, but if it did, it would be really nice. This is just kind of okay. But in any case, let's bring in Kurano so we can show how it connects. Alright, so as I said, this is pretty much already ready to be an arm. I'm going to go ahead and pop off Swordfish, and then I'm going to rotate this so that it is correct and pop it on here. So they kind of have him on the show, like hold this out, and I'll have to tilt this up so you can see it. So that it's like, you know, he's holding the snake head forward. But really, to have the arm straight out, it's way like almost at his head level, so you kind of want to bring it down a little bit. And again, it's a little weird. I mean, I will say, in my opinion, it works a little bit better than the 10-bin Voyager. I wish that there just wasn't so much open space, but it is what it is. It's a decent snake head. You can also kind of turn it to the side if you like, and just have it down. It's just so gigantic, especially to try to pair it with an arm like this. It doesn't really work. I'm going to bring in the 10-bin just to kind of balance it out. So transforming this very quickly just to get this going here. And then pop this on. So here you go. He's got two crazy, giant, gangly arms. And I will say they look better together. When you try to do just one, I really think it looks ridiculous. When you do both, at least there's a little bit of symmetry going on, so it makes them not look so ridiculous. So in that regard, I think they look better. But there's still just so much empty space on both sides. I mean, if you had like a monster figure or something that you could maybe... Let's see, who's willing to help out? Here we go. We have a Voltron Robeast. Maybe if I could put him in here, and he's actually being grabbed by the snake head, that kind of works. Oh, you're too fat, aren't you? Sorry, Robeast, you're too fat. You're not helping me out here. Let's try Optimus. Or Prime Strong, or whatever this thing is called. Get in there. Can't grab anything. His hands are too weird. There we go. Alright, so he's got Prime Strong. Sorry that took so long. But that's kind of neat. Like, if you can get something like that going on, you could probably get a pretty neat pose. And in that way, the arms being kind of wide like that could be neat. So, something like that could be cool. I don't know if they'll release any kind of villain mecha or anything down the line. We'll have to wait and see. But most likely, probably not. But... yeah, they are what they are. They're not terrible. They're not great. I definitely think a lot of the other ones work better as arms. Just my personal opinion. I don't know. I kind of like the look of this better. Oops. Putting it on wrong. There we go. Transforming this guy into a leg. Very similar to the way 10-bin transforms. Like that. And then you kind of have to... unpeg the head here, and the directions kind of have you just hang it back here like this, you know, which I guess you could do. I really like having it all the way up like this so that it's out of the way, but the problem with this is you can't connect it because of the large amount of kind of stuff hanging out back here. So say for example if I tried to take off the bull here and then try to pop him in, it's not going to work. The snake head gets in the way. And you can't just like fold this part down because of what I talked about earlier. So you kind of have to unpeg this and then bring this down. Unfortunately, there's really no fantastic way. I mean, I guess you can kind of do that. But it's still a lot of kibble just hanging out there. Let's pan down so you can see. So, I mean, that's just a lot of stuff hanging out on the back of his leg. And it looks kind of weird. Now, again, if you had that bicep swivel, no, that still wouldn't work. I was going to say you can't turn the whole thing that way. I don't know. If there was a way you could kind of fold this back up just so that it could be... maybe you can do a little bit closer. You can kind of do that. That's a little bit better, in my opinion. Like I said, I would just want it closer to the body just so it's not just hanging out there. But it is what it is. I guess you don't have to connect them. You could kind of... Well, even you could still connect it like that. So yeah, I mean, that's a little better. But it's still a lot of weirdness hanging out. And then the front doesn't even really look that interesting, in my opinion. Like here you have the cool wolf head. You have the cool bull head. Just kind of some shins you're looking at. You're looking at kneecaps. I don't know. So yeah, it's kind of weird. Get that connected back on there. For this one, now I think it's funny. This one, I think kind of makes a better leg than an arm. This one, I kind of think makes a better arm than a leg. And I think that's just because of the snake head. The snake head really makes it decent as an arm. Especially if you can get like a cool grabby thing going on there. I really do think that looks kind of neat. But ultimately, I think the robot mode is the best mode. If I can just get him to stand again. He's got all kinds of stuff going on now. Just too heavy in the back. I don't know. There he goes. So, of course, taking a look at the individual Kyutama here for Hebitsukai number 6. And you can see this is kind of the half filled in mode. And then when you switch it around, you get a really cool Cobra there. I think they did a really nice job with that. Really cool. Taking a look at this side. This is the cockpit. So you can see there again, really nice detail. The helmet of the Kyuranger is specific to that Kyutama. And there's kind of the Cobra right above his head in the background. So that's pretty cool. I think they did a really nice job with these. It would have been really easy to just put a generic Ranger in each one and have them all kind of be the same. But the fact that they took the time to detail them individually, I think, is a really nice touch. So let's go ahead and turn on our Seiza Blaster. Go ahead and pop them in. So they don't really have a super silver color for the LED, but it's kind of like a light blue. It comes off a lot bluer, darker blue on camera, but it is a bit of a lighter blue to kind of simulate silver. So you get a really interesting movement sound there. I like that a lot. So pretty interesting there. The kind of docking sounds are going to be the generic docking sounds. So nothing exciting there. But then the attack sound. You get that really cool little riff there again. So generic Galaxy attack sound. But yeah, that's it for the Hebitsukai. Whoops, there he goes. He's flying out the back. But yeah, really nice Kyutama. I like it a lot. I love the Cobra here on the front. I love the Kyuranger in the cockpit inside there. And a lot of really fun sounds and little musical riffs with the Seiza Blaster. So at the end of the day, this guy kind of falls into the exact same bucket for me as the 10-bin Voyager. He just one of the two modes is okay. I really like the robot mode. I really do. It's a bummer he doesn't have the same bicep swivel that Tenbin does. Um, but I do. I like the robot mode. The snake head mode for the arm kind of works. The leg mode, in my opinion, not really that great at all. But you get a really nice Kyutama that has really cool picture, really great sounds with the Seiza Blaster. So to me, it's going to be exactly kind of the same way with Tenbin, where he'll be in my display in his robot mode next to Kureno, and I think it looks good. I like the robot mode. I love the Kyutama. I just think the arm and the leg are only okay at best. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'd like to hear your opinions. Please like and share this video, and please subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you've enjoyed this look at the DX Hebitsukai Voyager from Uchu Sentai Kyuranger. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching.